video. I want to show you a fun fold. Some of you may have done this before, but I just want to refresh your memory how fun this fun fold is. Um, so I said we're going to start at 1 o'clock, and I jumped on early because I have been having trouble connecting from Zoom to Facebook. For some reason, it's not letting me get in. So I don't know what's happening. I have to go through all these hoops to get to it, and I need to figure out what the problem is. So anyway, I'm gonna wait just a minute or two. If you're just joining me, please say hello. Let me know where you're from. What's the weather like where you are? I am in Omaha, Nebraska, and crazy. Last week it was negative 22 degrees. Now today it is 64. Welcome to Nebraska. It's crazy, huh? Okay. Um, 1 minute and we're gonna start for real. I'm just making sure we're all here. I'm not all here. Apparently, I'm not all here. Well, Linda, it looks like it's just me and you. So you're gonna see this fun card because I don't know. It shows there's 4 people watching, so maybe there's some lurkers just hanging out in the back. But all right, okay, I'm officially gonna get started. Hey everybody, it's Kevin with Creations by Kevin. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Omaha, Nebraska. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 29 years. I signed up in January of 1996. Yes, long time ago. I signed up during Celebration, and we are currently in Celebration. Now, when I signed up 29 years ago, it was pretty hefty, expensive to sign up. I'm not gonna lie, it was quite a bit. Now we have all kinds of crazy deals. You can sign up for only $99, which is like a third of what I paid when I signed up. And you get more stuff, and you get to pick what you want. So celebration ends on the 28th this week. So if you're interested in becoming a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or if you just want to get the kit, because if you purchase the kit, Stampin' Up! Isn't going to come after you. It's There's 2 options. And it's explained on my page. But again, if you want to know more about it, this is a great time to take advantage of getting some amazing products for only $99 because you're going to get way more than $99 worth of stuff and free shipping. So I'm going to put my camera down and I'm going to show you the stuff we're going to be using to make this card. Now, I want it to be kind of quick. I always say that, and it never is. So let me see if it all works out for me to switch to my camera. If it does, that will be the first hurdle we're going to get over. Perfect. Okay, ignore all my scraps. We are going to make a fun card today using the new um, meant to be dies. Now, these are kind of hard to find. They are in the new scrapbooking part of the catalogs. And so if you want to know more about this and where to find them, let me know in the comments. But it is item number 166582. 166582 if you want to purchase these dice. It does come in a bundle, so you get a stamp set as well. But what we're going to be focusing on is the hexagon dies, not so much the B parts, but we're going to use these. We're also going to use, where did I put it? This set here. This is the With You in Mind stamp set. And I love this set because I love the words. They're bold, they're versatile. You could do birthday, best wishes, thank you, thinking of you, um, a variety of things. And I love the little um, shapes that go with it. Now, this down here, I don't know if I can focus in on that. It says 1 million. So that means that this is $1 million set. So if you are with Stampin' Up! Long enough and you sell $1 million, you get to create your own stamp set. And this was by Julie Davidson, one of the recent $1 million achievers. And so this was her set, and I love it. Mostly why I love it is because it is photopolymer. Photopolymer is my favorite stamps ever. Now you may be asking if you knew what does photopolymer mean. that just means that they are a clear stamp. Um, and I love them because you can see right where you're going to put your images. So we're going to be using the meant to be dies, the with you in mind stamp set, and the cardstock we're going to use is now it looks black. Oh, it's actually the Blackberry Bliss, but when I have it down, it looks black. So it's the Blackberry Bliss cardstock. And we're going to use two different DSPs. Um, this one here is the Floral Delight 12 by 12, and that is in the mini catalog, item number 164700, 164700. And this just has some really pretty of the Daffodil Delight color. But what we're going to use out of this paper is actually this piece right here. And it has those fun little designs on it. So that's what we're using out of this pack. And then we're also going to use this piece of DSP. And this DSP is called Bloom Impressions. Now it's 12 by 12, and you can get this paper for absolutely free with a minimum order of $60 before shipping and tax. So you get the whole 12 by 12 paper for free. We're going to use some bling, and the bling we're going to use is, I don't know, has a name. It is purple adhesive back sequins. Now, these are also in the Celebration catalog, and you can get this for free with a $60 purchase as well. So we're going to use that. Um, the colors we're going to use for the stamping is the Daffodil Delight, Shy Shamrock, and the Blackberry Bliss. So those are the colors we're going to use for this card. Okay. And then we're going to use this basic white. So let's get started, and I'm going to show you this fun card we're going to make. So let's get all this stuff out of the way here. So I'm going to use the second largest. Normally I have these on a magnetic sheet. I don't have them on there yet, but we're going to use the second largest one first. Okay, so let's set this aside for a minute. So we're going to take our cardstock, and it's 8.5 by 11, and I have just cut it in half, so I have two pieces. Okay, and so I've actually scored both pieces, so it's kind of like you have two cards. We're really only going to make one card, but you'll see how it's going to sort of be two cards. So I'm going to burnish the edges, the fold with my bone folder. So I have both of those done like that. On the base of the card, we're going to bring in our cutter. And what we're going to do is we want to cut from corner to corner to cut this piece off. So you open it up. Now, darker cardstock is kind of hard to see where you're at, and especially on the video. But I have the fold right here on the track, and I'm going to move the corner to the track as well. So what I like to do is I get this corner one first, and I hold with my finger, and then I move this ever so slightly to make sure that it's right there. Now, a tip that I like to do when I cut, I start right in the middle or on the cardstock to go up and then down. If you were to start down here and go, it might catch and then get your paper all bunched up, and that would not be good. So just pull this aside, and you use that for another card at some point. I will probably end up putting in my scrap pile. So then your card is like this. Okay. So that's all you need for the base of your card. And we'll get to this piece in just a minute. Now let's go ahead and get this piece here decorated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 12 by 12 of the DSP, and I'm going to cut it at 4 4 inches like that. Now I'm going to make it 4 by 5 1/4. So that would be your basic um, piece that will go like right inside of here. Okay. But I don't know exactly. Let's see here. You know what? I think I'm going to just do this one a little bit different than the sample I'm going to show you that I made earlier, because I kind of like having this whole piece, and you'll see in a minute when I show you the other card that I made. So I do like this. So we're going to go with that. Okay. And then this piece can be used on another project. Now is where it becomes a little tricky because we want to put a piece of this DSP on just this side here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut it again at the 4 by 5 and I don't know if anybody else is commenting. All I can see are Linda's comments. So if you are just joining or if you've been on the whole time, please let me know where you are in the world if and what you're doing today and what you think of this card when it's all said and done. Okay, so now this DSP, it has a pattern and you can see that the grass goes up. So you want to make sure that if you have DSP that is directional, you're gonna have it, go the right way. Now, if you have if both sides were non-directional, then you could do whatever you want to do. But so now, like I said, I want to cut it so it just goes on this piece here. So I will need to put it in my trimmer and go this way, corner to corner, and cut it. Now, if I cut it this way, corner to corner, it's not going to fit. So you really have to kind of think about, oh, hi, Rose, how are you? So good, people are starting to pop on. Um, you need to really know which way you're going to go with your paper. So I'm going to put it again in the track right here, and then line this one up down here. I'm just going to hold that and make sure it's in there. Bring my cutter down, and I start in the middle and go up and down. Now, I really like this trick, especially with DSP, because it is thinner and it might bunch all up, and then that would not be a pretty sight. Okay, so you have it like that. All right. Um, so let's put these two pieces together just so we kind of get this out of the way here. Now, again, you're going to have this piece left over, and you can use that on another project as well. So let me grab my glue. I am a glue freak. I love our Tombow green glue. I know I actually have a love-hate relationship with it because it does get messy, and I'm not going to apologize for it because it is great. I love it. Rose says she's enjoying the sunshine today. Should be making swaps. Yes, you should be. Okay, so now I'm going to put this piece right on the front, and I'm going to leave a little bit of the Blackberry Bliss showing to kind of, I don't know if you can see how it's around the edge there. Okay. Hi, Stacy from Oregon. How are you doing today? Welcome. Okay, so I have that piece done. And now I said this one's gonna be different than the one I'm gonna show you in a minute because I'm gonna use a whole piece for the inside. Um, so and that's the back, but I mean both sides are pretty, but we're gonna do this side. All right. And then that's just gonna go right on the middle of the inside of your card. So you shut it, you have a fun two-tone. I demonstrated this card last night for a group that I in charge of, and I will show you that card in a minute. But somebody said I would never have thought to put Blackberry Bliss and um Raynette, that's how Squirrel. Oh my gosh, I know I miss you on Mondays, but this is the card I made last night, so you're gonna get to see it. Anyway, somebody had said I would never have thought to put Blackberry Bliss and Daffodil Delight together, and so that's what you got. like that. Now, I'm not crazy about this being um with no paper on it. So now when I cut that piece, this was the, let's see, what was, this was the other half of it. But again, now see, it doesn't fit in here. It, I mean, I could do this, and then I have green, which, I guess is okay. Um, but I'm just not, I don't know if I like the green. Do you guys like the green? Or should I cut another piece? I really do like this. Oh, look. Oh, now see, that would fit perfect, but it's upside down. See, gotta pay attention to details because the grass is growing down. So I do like this better. So I think we're gonna go with this. So I'm gonna cut another piece real quick just to show you the two different ways of doing that. So it's 5 1/4 by 4. Now on the front, remember, I wanted this to show. Now on the inside, I want this to show. So I'm gonna just do the opposite corner. So put it in the track, bring my die into the middle and cut it. And now this way, that will go perfect right there. And my grass is growing up because we should have our grass growing up, not out. All right. Um, some of you are aware that I am going to Raleigh, North Carolina next month, actually in a couple weeks for Stampin' Up's on stage. So that is going to be a lot of fun. So if you are a demonstrator watching and if you're going to on stage, give me a shout. Let me know that you're going. Okay. So now we have that. And I do like this like that. Now again, I did the same thing I did last night. I was going to see, I think about things and then I forget what I'm doing. I was going to put tear tape here and here, so this would be a pocket, so you could fit a gift card in there. And I forgot again. So see, I am human. But if you want it to be a gift card holder, you would put the, see, I even had it out. You'd put the tear tape along the bottom and the side, so you have a pocket, so your gift card fits inside. I can't believe I forgot that again. But anyway, you get the idea. Okay, so now what we want to do is to pull in our die. Now, this is, like I said, the second um, of the largest dies from the meant to be. And so that's the first one. This is the second one. So what we want to do with this is we're going to create a card with this. And so bring back in your other half that you had, and it's folded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this on here, and I'm just going to have a hair bit. Let's see. Let's see if you can see. Okay, see all that green up here? So I'm going to pull it down and just have a hair bit of air, hair bit. Okay, you can kind of see that. Because let me pull in my. Now this might make a huge disaster. But I'm going to run it through the die cut machine. Again, you just want to have a little bit showing. And I am going to put a post-it note down just to hold it so it doesn't move on me. Okay. And then we're going to um, run this through the machine, and you'll see when it comes out what's happening. Linda, let's see what's Linda got to say. Hey, Kevin, Linda from McGinnon. Well, hello, welcome, Linda. So you can see how I use the post-it note to hold it down, and there's still like that hair bit of a space. Now I'm going through two pieces of cardstock essentially because it's folded in half. So I want to make sure that it is going to be cut out all the way. Okay, so just a couple times, run it back and forth. And so I'm going to take this and take off my post-it note. I use the super sticky ones and I like them and I don't like them. So now, since we had that little bit of spot up there, it will open like a card. So you're gonna have two pieces together, which I think is pretty dang cool. I believe you can probably do this technique with any of the dies. Just get a little space there. Now it's gonna make a border, and look at this. This is fun. So I don't know what you would do that with this, but we could do something with it at some point in time. It could be like a mask. Um, So you're going to get a cool border. I'm going to show you again in a minute um, what you can do with these pieces. Okay, so I'm going to pull back in my card and it's going to open this way instead of your normal card opening like this. And so we're going to go ahead and put some glue on here. And you want the open side to be on this way. So I'm just going to put it right in the center of the inside, just like that. And so it opens like that. Now this will come down and that will shut like that. So that's how your card is going to open, like this. Okay. So now let's set this aside for a minute. Now we're going to take the second largest die out. And so I'll put this one back because if you're like me, I lose things all the time. Um, so set that aside. So now with this one, we're going to bring in another piece of um, that DSP, this one here, because I want to cut this out, but that's not going to work now. So I'm going to have to bring in a piece like this. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out with the die machine. Now, again, you want to make sure your grass is going up. So it's, it looks good. And I'm going to put this piece on the inside here. So I want to make sure that when I die cut it, the points are up. Because if I go like this, it's not going to fit on here. And it'll be like this, and my grass will be growing sideways. So that's always important to make sure that you kind of know what you're doing a little bit. So I'm not going to waste a bunch of paper. I'm going to go, let's go towards the bottom. Okay. So we're going to cut that out with the die machine. Now, there's no reason you don't have to put a post-it note on this because it'd be fine. Okay, now run that through and kind of shoots it out. Why it does that, but dang let flying. Hold please when I grab that. Okay, now remember how I said it makes like a border. Oh no, it well it kind of way through. That's okay. Well, do it again. Okay, so it should be able to line right back up on there. This is where doing live is a little scary sometimes, but I think it'll be fine. Put it right back on there, back on my sandwich. Let's run it through again. Now, I would not suggest using your die cut machine on your glass mat because of this reason, because it slides everywhere. So you don't have a lot of control when it's on a glass mat, which is really Oh, lid there. Okay, that should be good. Okay, that cut out. Okay, like I was saying, you want to use all the little scraps that you get, and with this, you have this cool border. So we're going to save that for a couple minutes and use that again. So now let's pull our card back in. And I like this just to go, um, let's see, is my grass going to go the wrong way? Oh, what did I do? Well, okay. My grass is kind of blowing in the wind. It's fine. It's okay. Um, it's still going to be fine. My glass mat is slipping and sliding everywhere. And I have this piece of vellum on here because of my light. So I probably should have had that a little better. You are going to get the idea of how to make this card, and that's what it's all about. And once you make this card, if you would use whatever paper you're using, oh no, that's right. Look, it is right. The grass is going up. Okay, saved the day. Um, I would love to see your creations um, of this card. Okay, I don't know why that scared me for a minute, but the grass is right. It's going up. Okay, so yeah, like this. All right, and save this piece. So now I'm going to bring in a piece of white and um, I'm going to make a piece to go on the front. Now, again, remember, you want it to go the right way because I want the die to the points up. If I were to cut it this way, it's not going to fit because I'm going to stamp on this one. And I'm going to use the happy birthday out of the with you in mind set. Okay, I want it to go up. So that's just gonna get, let me remind me that it's gonna go up. So take the happy birthday and I'm just gonna put it right here and stamp it out and then pick it up. Then you have the happy birthday. I got a little bit of a shadow and I don't like that. So we're gonna flip it over because that's two sides to every piece of cardstock. All right. And then stamp it down. I do love the glass mat, but for some reason today it's causing me all kinds of issues. There, much better. Okay, so now we're going to cut this out with the die again. But what I want to do is have it a little bit higher. So I'm going to leave a space down here. So let's pull this in one more time. Um, Sometimes I have all the pieces already cut, but I wanted to show you this because it just makes more sense. So I'm putting the die back on with the point at the top. Now, again, on this, I am going to use a post-it note because I don't want this to move. Okay. And you'll see here when I run it through. Boy, I need to remember, don't use the die cut machine with the glass mat because I'm having to hold down pretty hard so it doesn't move all over the place. But this card is going to be cool. Trust me. You're going to like it. Back and forth, back and forth. Get a nice cut. That should be all that we're doing with this machine for this episode. All right. So again, I use the super sticky post-it notes and they're good and they're bad. You just want to make sure that it doesn't rip your cardstock. But I like them because they really pull down your die almost too good. I know you could use washi tape, you could use other stuff, but um, I do like these. Okay, get off there. All right. So there I have the happy birthday, and it is up high, which I did that on purpose because I wanted that. I like that. We're gonna stamp something down here. So now remember we have this frame that was left. Now check this out. It will go right on here. Um, if it was cut right. So it's perfect to go right here. So what I'm gonna do is I know it's like this, so I'm gonna flip it over and see when I cut that again, I got an extra hair piece, but that's great. And I flip this over and line that right back up in the center. And I am going to use, sure I am. Why is that when I do a video, I can't ever have it go 100% perfect? I guess that just shows that, this is real time. I'm going to use Scotch tape and I want to make sure it's lined up right back inside there. And I'm just going to tape it down just enough to tack it, to hold it. Just in a couple spots, just to make sure that it's in the lined up right. Okay. So there you have your frame like that. Okay. So now we're going to glue this whole piece. And make sure you put some on the little frame so you have sort of stick down. And we're going to put this in the center of this one. So like that. So now you have that cool frame around the edge. Okay, so it's open like this, open like that. Now I went ahead and I pre-cut another piece just for the inside to kind of save time, because here is where you would put your sentiment or your writing. And if you're like me, I never know what to say to people. So the smaller the space, the less you have to write. So let's just go over here. All right. So cool, huh? Just like that. Now I have this spot down here, and what I did was I took the flower and the leaves and I stamped them and then I fussy cut them out. I didn't want to do that on camera because no one needs to watch me fussy cut. So I have the pieces right here. So I went ahead and stamped these and cut them out. And so what I'm going to do now is put a little bit of glue on the leaf, one of them, and then put it kind of in the middle to the end, like that. And now this one's going to go upside down because I want it to go the other way. And so it's going to go right here. Okay. And then we're going to take the flower part and we're going to use a dimensional and pop that up and put that right in the middle. So what do you think of that? Ta-da! Now to finish it off, we're going to use some of the sequins that are in the celebration. And I'm going to use, let's see, I think I'm going to use a dark one this time. Like on the other card, I did a lighter one. Let's see what the dark one looks like. So put that right in the middle. Come on, work with me. So you have your little bit of bling right on there. Now, if you know me, I cannot make a card without Wink of Stella. And so what I did with this, and I know it's very hard to see. Um, yes, I remember fussy cutting was not, that was everything. Thank goodness we got dies. So I'm going to use Wink of Stella. And again, it's going to be hard to see on camera, but it does really add to your card. So I'm going to put it on just the petals of the flower. And then it has a fine point. So I'm going to just touch on the letters. Now, you don't want to brush too hard because it will bleed. And so I'm just lightly going over, and I'll finish that in a minute here. So that is my card that I wanted to show you. And I'll show you the one I did last night. It's slightly different. Um, so this is the one I did last night. Now you can see on this one, I used the gingham paper. And this one I use that fun design. So it's from the same paper pack. But on this one, when you open it, there's nothing down here. That's why I kind of like having the whole piece on here. Um, so what do you guys like better? Do you like the whole piece on here, or do you like having, I mean, it's kind of cool leaving that like that. But so this is a fun fold. It's two cards because you have your card open like this, and then you have this card that opens. But so there you have it. I just wanted to give you a quick little video, um, reminding you that celebration is coming to an end. It ends on February 28th. If you would like to join my team, let me know. If you want to place an order to get some free stuff, let me know. But with that, I am going to end. Um, Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay. Okay, so here's the funny thing. I don't know how to end this video because it changes all the time. I didn't even know that we were live. So I'm not really sure how we're going to end this. So let's just talk for a minute. Okay. Always put your glue away because you don't want bad glue. All right. I hope you guys have a great day today, and we will see you next time. And I'm going to try my best to end this. So let's see if that works. So hold, please.